Hey everyone, thanks again for joining me for another episode of the Liverpool Connection Podcast. This is Pubchat. I'm here by myself again in my garage after watching the game today at BD Riley's. Then had to go and do some reffing for the high school games this evening. So getting this pod out after a few hours of being able to think about the game and seeing a lot of the social media commentary and all the people that are just losing their minds over drawing at Forest 1-1, a team who has, as we mentioned yesterday, has been in great form since middle of December, haven't given up any goals, hadn't lost. And so just to see the reaction on social media, everybody's losing their head and, Diaz should never play up front and Allison needs to be benched and, Slot has lost the plot, and it's just one thing after another, and it really stems for me not giving the respect that Forrest deserves for being on form, and if Arsenal had been on that kind of form and we'd go to Arsenal and we got a draw, we'd be happy with that. The same thing with City. So I think people are just kind of losing the context of things that. Of where we are in the season, we're still in first place, 6 points over Forest with a game in hand. We're on even matches with Arsenal, and we're 7 points above them. And so, this is still a better position than we were even a month ago. And I just reading some of the comments online is like, wow, it's just kind of amazing. I mean, even the commentators today after the game, they're like saying, Forrest went toe-to-toe with Liverpool. And I'm thinking to myself, and out loud, how can you say that they went toe-to-toe with us? They hardly played. We beat them on possession 70% to 30. They had one big chance. We had four. Our XG was like 1.9 and theirs was 0.2. So only one team really tried to play today. They were taking a piss out of the game at the very beginning, going to ground, feigning injuries. It's really disheartening to see a team that is overachieving and safe from relegation, which everybody else thought they were going to be, and then go and do some of those antics that, that's what Arsenal's been doing as well. It's like, be confident in your team and play. But so there was really only one team that was trying to win the game today. And, we know that's Forrest's MO to do a counterattack, but they weren't really even doing counterattacks. And they had, like Slot said in his press conference, they had one counterattack all game. And he was very proud of the boys for coming back. And we all should be, and to, go to the ledge and want to jump off and claim we need to buy 10 players this January. I don't get it, but you guys know I'm Mr. Positive anyway on the team, but I also like to be realistic. The team is in good shape. Chelsea dropped points today. They drew, City drew. So the teams around us, they're going to be dropping points. Arsenal has a big North London derby tomorrow against Spurs. Even though Arsenal's at home, it's not given that they're going to beat Spurs with the way that Arsenal has been playing and the way Spurs can score goals. So, I'm just here to public service announcement, everyone. Calm down. Lots of games to play. I thought in the second half, we played very well. First half, it was kind of disjointed, but I think a lot of it was the fact that Forrest didn't really want to play. Our guys were trying too hard. We had a lot of shots and they were just going over the bar and not even being close, but I think that the effort was there. I know Slot said that the effort was there. We just, the final end product just wasn't there in that first half. And we got better in the second half. Made some changes. Obviously, bringing Jota and Simkis on, and with their first touch, Simkis' first touch on the corner, right to Joda's head, and what a player and luxury we are to that we're able to bring somebody of that quality on the bench. Um, and you have to kind of look at the data. Sometimes I feel maybe it's just conjecture, but I think he's a little bit better to coming off the bench than starting the game. Joda is so, but what a luxury to have that kind of weapon. I think we missed Nunez today for all the slack that Nunez has been getting. Um, I think he would have been a perfect player playing through the middle today at the beginning because of the way that Forest set up and the way we're trying to play. So, you know, you have to have some context when you're slating the players and the team, and just take a step back, see where we are, and enjoy the fact that we're still in first place and with pretty good advantage. They did score a goal, but I mean their XG was 0.23, so that's back to where Slot likes it. And we're going into the weekend's game against Brentford, who came back and drew with City today at home. They're not going to sit as deep as Forest, but these are every game is going to be like this. This is the Premier League, everyone. We're not going to just go into every game and play people off the pitch. Just that's not the way Slot really plays it. And the fact that we were in first place last year at this time, all the way through April, and then the wheels came off. A lot of our players were tired, so I think Slot is also looking at that, trying to keep everybody fresh. And I think that when Gomez comes back in a couple weeks, Konate looked kind of off today. I don't know if he was still sick, or he kind of mentioned he wasn't 100% yet back from the injury, but he came back because he wants to help the team. So you got to love that attitude. I thought Gravenberch played well when he dropped back. I really don't know where Trent was playing. Once we brought Konate off, Trent. If we were playing a back three with Trent, then we might as well have been playing with just two. Because he did make Gravenberch drop into his space. So that was kind of interesting, how that left or our right side, with Trent pushed so far up, even with just playing three in the back. That was kind of interesting, and luckily, they didn't take advantage of that that space that was there. So. We were peppering their goal in the second half, and it was just one of those days. And we're going to have more of those days. But you know what? Every other team is going to have those days too. So you guys keep your head up, be positive, enjoy the journey. I know it gets emotional, and I feel like I'm doing a public service announcement today for you guys. But hey, it could be worse. We could be rooting for one of these other teams that have no chance at trophies. And have no character and aren't likable. The team isn't likable. So the Reds are likable. We love them. This is just a point further towards our goal, which is to win the league. And a point is a point. With our goal differential, still superior to everyone else, these points will become important as we go along. So, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. Please put on your subscribe, notifications, like, and we will see you guys Saturday. So up the Reds. Cheers.